So, Craig, a 3-2 victory here in the last game of 2023. What a way to cap off the year. You must be delighted with the performance.
Listen, I've lost more here today and I didn't have much before it. That was brilliant. We understand that we can't concede 2 goals at home from individual errors, but let's not be negative about that performance. The boys were absolutely brilliant. The character, resilience to come back from that. It was a breath of fresh air, and it's nice to know that's in the dressing room, because I can't recall ever doing that this year, coming back from a 2-0 down and winning a game. And it's to know we have that resilience and character in the dressing room is lovely as a management staff. But I'm just so proud of them. Brilliant. They've done exactly what we wanted them to do without conceding. But apart from that, they were brilliant. We looked like the only team that was gonna go on and win it. Southport are a good, strong side, physical. They set up well, and they actually stopped us from playing our game in the first 25 minutes. The first 15 I thought we looked well. After that, I thought they controlled it a little bit, especially when they scored, and we found it hard to break them down. And that's why during the game, the lads, as a group on the pitch, we changed shape. We went from a 3-5-2 to a 3-4-3, and that's what we want. We want leaders on the pitch. One of the lads came to me and said, "I think we should do this." Right, let's do it then. Let's try it. And listen, I'm still learning on the job, and it's great to have players like that in your dressing room. But they're people I can trust. So when players can see things, because they sometimes see things that maybe someone in the crowd or the management staff is not seeing, or myself, because I'm so emotional in the game. It's nice to have leaders on the pitch, and to have that, and for it to work like that is credit to them in the dressing room. They deserve all the applaudits.
Because I imagine when you go 2-0 down in that first 35 minutes, there's sort of that niggling voice in the back of your mind that's going, "Oh no, here we go again." But after the flick on from Miles, it just sort of shows testament to what you're saying there, the belief and character that's within your group.
When we went 2-0 down, I was thinking, if I get sacked, can I still play? I was like, what happens there? No, honestly, but that's when we went 2-0 down, it's frustration, and it's emotional for me, in a sense that, because I want the best for the lads, and I want to try help them do on the pitch and off the pitch. And you've got so many things going through your head, whether it's, have I picked the right team, have I picked the right formation, have I done this, have I done that, but yet you're still in the middle of a match, and you have to sort of focus on yourself. So I'm still learning that side of it, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And the lads have just been brilliant. They listen, it's a collective, that, and that's from the staff on the bench, Kizzer, Jack, Mark, Lucia, to everybody on the pitch, to the subs. That's a collective win, because everybody's backing each other, everybody's got an input, everybody's got bringing something to the table. And I think for the club today, that was a big one. To end the year on a high is a fantastic feeling, and it just gives us that confidence going into 2024.
Let's touch on team selection quickly actually as well, because the 2 players that made a return to the starting lineup, Reece Hughes and Jimmy Spencer, both got themselves goals this afternoon. That must be a good feeling for yourself when you roll the dice on those guys.
That was all my decision. I thought, no, listen, anybody could have played today and anybody could have been dropped. And if I'm being honest, I was going to drop myself today. Isaac Sinclair was going to play, because I felt against Gloucester, surely, that I didn't do enough on the field. And listen, if I'm willing to drop lads for not doing enough on the field, I've got to be willing to drop myself as well. But Isaac pulled out late, just a small niggle, but we didn't want to risk him, thank God. But yeah, I was supposed to be on the bench today, but it's Jimmy and Reece talk about stepping up to the plate. You know what I mean? Jimmy's not had a tough time, but he's wanted more goals, and he wanted to be involved in more games than anybody else. So I'm so happy for him, so proud of him to do that. Reece obviously hasn't played for a couple of games. We had a chat. Mark's had a chat with him the other day, and said to him, "Well, if when you get your chance, you've got to take it." And I tell you what, his assist to the first one and his strike for the second one is magical. But I have to do a little mention as well for Stefan. Stefan came back in today, and he looked brilliant, especially when he gets on. Listen, I don't think there's anybody as good as Stefan in this league when he finds them pockets. He's a magician on the ball. He is brilliant, and he can do things that other players can't do. But then you look at our bench as well. It's fantastic to have the likes of Miles coming on. Miles' story is his attitude. Obviously, started the last game, not playing today. Good, strong mental attitude. He's like, yeah, no problem. He'll back the lads on and off the field. Alex Kenyon the same. Hayden Campbell, Jamie and Isaac all backing each other, all there for each other, and that's what's going to get us through the next few months. We're going to have blips like we did 2 games in a row. That's going to happen again. Don't worry about that. That's a normal in this league. But when we go through them little things, we need characters, and then lads showed character today.
Well, it is the end of the calendar year. You finished the end of it as well in the playoff places. What do you think is the main thing that you need to keep a hold of as either the group, as yourself, maybe even in terms of recruitment, to make sure you stay there come May?
It's a good question, that I have to say, and this group, as it is now, is good enough to get there. This group is good enough to get there if they do the right things. If they have and that goes for the backroom staff to the players in the pitch. If we all just singing off the same hymn sheet and doing the right things and understand each other's qualities and what he's good at, what he's not good at. And I think they showed that today. But listen, we're always going to want to add to the squad as well, because there's going to be injuries. There's going to be people who pick up little knocks and niggles. There's going to be suspensions. So we might have to, during the course of the year, bring some people in just to give us cover. But if we can keep this core group as a whole, I tell you what, I do feel like we can do something. But we're just going to focus on the next game. I said to the lads, it's great to see where we are in the table at this time of the year, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We have to earn the right for every game. We've got to earn the right to win games, and we have to do that. And if we don't do it, we're going to lose. But I'm sure 99% of the time the lads will go out and give everything they can to earn the right to win football matches.
And that next game is against the team we hosted here today on New Year's Day, Southport, at their turf. What can you learn from today's performance to try and make the next game a bit more convincing?
You know what? I believe that we've done everything right as a team. It was just if we can cut out them little individual errors that led to goals and stuff like that, and we can learn from that. I think we just have to learn from our mistakes. Obviously, there's parts in the game where you're going to make mistakes, and we understand that we're a footballing side. We want to play. That's what we try to achieve, and us as a group have to understand we're going to make mistakes. But if you can't learn from them, that's when we're going to struggle. But the lads are learning. We're all learning. Everything's new to everybody. The lads have never had me, the manager, Jack and Mark as a coach. Kizzers, you know what I mean? Kizzer's been here a while, but it's new to everybody. We're a new group, and we've just got to stick together and trust each other, trust in each other, and surround ourselves with good lads. And you never know. We're just going to enjoy today, but we'll have to focus and make sure we learn from our mistakes and keep doing what's worked for us.
Craig, thank you for your time.